Friends, this is Dr. S. Rekha, Associate Professor, RMD Engineering College, Chennai. Today we are going to see estimation of hardness of water by EDTA method practically. In this pandemic situation, we are not able to take you to chemistry lab, so we are planning for virtual lab. For this virtual lab, this video will be helpful. So let us get into the topic. What is EDTA? EDTA is ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. On the left side you can see one ethylene group and two amino group with four acetic acid group attached to it. So this is the structure of ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. This EDTA forms a strong complex with metal. The structure is given on the right side. See, it forms with metal, 6 ligands are bonded. So it forms a strong complexing agent with metals. So EDTA is used in extraction of many metals because it forms a strong complexing agent. So let us get into. Okay, first of all we should know what is hardness. Hardness is that property of water which does not produce lather with soap, but it produces white precipitate called scum. This is due to the presence of calcium and magnesium salt present in the groundwater which we are using it. Okay, so general formula for soap is sodium stearate, C17H35COONA, and magnesium sulfate is the hardness causing salt, magnesium. Okay, so on treatment with this soap, so what happens? It forms a magnesium stearate which is a precipitate. This is the white precipitate which is formed, and sodium sulfate is formed. Because of this white precipitate, it is not lathering with soap. Okay, then what is soft water? The water which produces lather easily with soap is called as soft water. So here we are going to find out the hardness. Hardness is of two types. One is called temporary hardness, other is called permanent hardness. Temporary hardness is caused because of bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium. These are the two salts which are responsible for temporary hardness in water. And permanent hardness is caused by chlorides and sulfates of calcium and magnesium, that is calcium sulfate, magnesium sulfate, calcium chloride and magnesium chloride. Why it is called as temporary hardness? Because it can be removed by mere boiling the water. On boiling the water, we can remove the temporary hardness. Calcium bicarbonate converts itself into calcium carbonate and carbon dioxide is expelled. Magnesium bicarbonate converts itself into magnesium hydroxide and carbon dioxide is expelled. Permanent hardness can be removed by lime soda process as well as ion exchange process. So with this, we will get into the EDTA titrations. What is the principle behind EDTA titration? When a hardness causing substance, that is calcium and magnesium, is combined with EBT at a pH of 9 to 10, calcium EBT and magnesium EBT complexes are formed. These complexes are wine red in color at the pH range 9 to 10. EBT's free color is blue and calcium magnesium in water is colorless, so it is in white. So they are colorless, and when it is added with EBT at the pH range 9 to 10, then we get calcium EBT and magnesium EBT which is wine red in color. Now when titrating this complex with EDTA, which forms a strong complex with calcium and magnesium, we have the following reactions. Calcium EBT and magnesium EBT with EDTA which is colorless solution gives you calcium EDTA and magnesium EDTA complex which is colorless and which is a stable complex. EBT forms a weak complex, whereas calcium EDTA and magnesium EDTA forms a strong complex and stable complex, and free indicator EBT is left out, steel blue color, EBT is left out free. So the whole solution looks to be blue in color. So color changes from endpoint is color changes from wine red to steel blue. So that is your endpoint. From that we can calculate the total hardness. Let us see the experimental procedure. First, we have to prepare standard hard water. 1 gram of calcium carbonate is dissolved in 1000 ml of water, that is 1 liter of water. Then we get 1000 ppm of hardness, that is 1 ml of standard hard water contains 1 milligram of calcium carbonate, which is nothing but 0.01 molar calcium oxide carbonate. Titration 1, standardization of EDTA. So we pipette out 20 ml of standard hard water, add 5 ml of buffer and 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator. The solution turns wine red, and now titrate the conical flask with the EDTA. Then you will get an endpoint as steel blue. So color changes from wine red to steel blue. You can see in the figure, initially the conical flask is colorless with blue EBT indicator. At the pH range 9 to 10, it turns to pink color, and now titrating with EDTA, it gives you blue color. Let us see the titration procedure in the simpler form, in the tabulated form, and in the examination also you write the simple procedure for chemistry. So this is the simple procedure for this titration. In titration 1, what is the burette solution? We have used EDTA solution. Pipette solution is 20 ml of standard hard water. Reagent is 5 ml of ammonium chloride buffer. And indicator is 2 drops of EBT. Endpoint is wine red to steel blue color. And EDTA consumed in this titration, let it be V1 ml. What about titration 2? Again, burette solution is going to be EDTA solution. Pipette solution is going to change. Pipette solution is going to be sample hard water, 20 ml of sample hard water. Reagent is going to be the same, ammonium chloride buffer, and indicator is going to be same, 2 drops of EBT, and color change is also same, wine red to steel blue. EDTA consumed in titration 2, let it be V2 ml. Now titration 3. Again, burette solution we take EDTA solution. Pipette solution is boiled water sample, 20 ml of boiled water sample. A buffer is going to be same. Indicator is going to be same. Endpoint is going to be also same. Wine red to steel blue. Now EDTA consumed in this titration, let it be V3 ml. See, here we have 3 conical flasks of different color. So wine red color initially, while titrating, see there is a pink and blue color mixture. It looks to be violet in color. This is not the endpoint. It has to be converted into completely blue. We call it as steel blue. A single drop will make a change of this violetish color to blue color. So we want steel blue color. Pink and blue mixture, it's not the endpoint. So blue is the endpoint. So estimation of total hardness. So we have EDTA consumed to be V2 ml. And estimation of permanent hardness. Actually, what we do here, we take 100 ml of hard water, we boil it till it turns out to be 50 ml, so that we ensure complete removal of bicarbonates, cool it, and then filter them, and then make up to 100 ml. And from that, you take out 20 ml of the sample water, add 5 ml of the buffer solution, and the procedure is same. So let us record it as V3 ml. Now let us get into the practical part. The chemicals required are sample water, 0.01 molar EDTA solution, buffer solution, and EBT indicator. And apparatus required, what we want? We want conical flask, we want pipette, we want burette, and we want wash bottle where we hold distilled water. Now let us see how to do titration 1. Now let us pipette out 20 ml of standard hard water for titration 1 and let us pour it into conical flask, cleanly washed conical flask. Now to the hard water sample, add 5 ml of buffer solution and 2 drops of EBT indicator. On addition of EBT indicator, the solution turns to wine red color. This is because of weak complexes of calcium EBT and magnesium EBT at a pH range of 9 to 10. On titration with EDTA, the color changes to blue in color. So this blue in color is because of endpoint reached at 9 to 10 pH where all the calcium and magnesium ion is complexed with EDTA. So endpoint is color changes from wine red to steel blue, and as I said, the color should be bought from A conical flask to C conical flask. It should not be B. Be clear about it. It should be steel blue in color. Okay. Now let us do the titration 2. So take sample hard water 20 ml and pour it into a clean conical flask. Now to the sample hard water, we add 5 ml of buffer and to this we add 2 drops of EBT indicator. On addition, it turns to pink color. So this is because of calcium EBT and magnesium EBT present in sample water, which gives you wine red color. Upon titrating with EDTA, it turns to blue in color at the endpoint. Let the volume consumed by EDTA be V2 ml for total hardness. Now let us see how to do titration 3. So we have to pipette out 20 ml of boiled water sample and taken in a conical flask. To this add buffer solution and EBT indicator changes to wine red color. Upon titration of boiled water sample turns to blue color at the end point, and let us assume that EDTA consumed for permanent hardness is V3 ml. Let us summarize what we have done. So calcium EBT, magnesium EBT, which is pink in color complex at pH 10, 9 to 10, and EDTA, which is a colorless solution, upon titration forms a stable complex with calcium and magnesium ion, which is colorless in nature, and freeze the EBT indicator, which is blue in color. So color changes from wine red to steel blue. So this is the titration which we have carried out for all the 3 titrations. Now let us assume that titration 1 V1 ml is equal to 18 ml, titration 2 V2 ml is equal to 22 ml and titration 3 V3 ml is equal to 12.2 ml. Let us see the calculations. Titration 1. So 1 ml of standard hard water contains 1 milligram of calcium carbonate equivalents. Volume of standard hard water taken is 20 ml. So 20 ml of standard hard water will contain 20 milligram of calcium carbonate equivalent. And volume of EDTA consumed is V1 ml, which is 22 ml. So V1 ml of EDTA is equal to 20 milligram of calcium carbonate. So 1 ml of EDTA is 20 by 22 milligram of calcium carbonate, which is equal to 0.9090 milligram of calcium carbonate. Titration 2. Volume of EDTA consumed is V2 ml, which is 18 ml. 20 ml of hard water sample consumed V2 ml of EDTA. So V2 ml into 20 by V1 milligram of calcium carbonate, which is nothing but 18 ml into 20 by V1 we have already calculated, which is 0.9090 milligram of calcium carbonate, which amounts to be 16.32 milligram of calcium carbonate. Now 1 liter of hard water sample will contain V2 into 20 by V1 into 1000 by 20, which is nothing but 16.362 into 1000 by 20, which is equal to 818.1 milligram per liter, which is called total hardness. Titration 3. Volume of EDTA consumed is V3 ml, which is equal to 12.2 ml. 20 ml of boiled water sample consumed 12.2 ml of EDTA, which is equal to V3 into 20 by V1 milligram of calcium carbonate equivalent, which is equal to 12.2 into 0.909 milligram of calcium carbonate equivalent, which amounts to be 11.0898 milligram of calcium carbonate. So this values for 20 ml. Let us calculate for 1 liter of water sample, which is equal to V3 into 20 into V1 into 1000 by 20, which is nothing but 11.0898 into 1000 by 20, which amounts to be 554.49 milligram of calcium carbonate, which is nothing but permanent hardness, which is 554.49 milligram per liter. Now calculating the temporary hardness is total hardness minus permanent hardness, which is 118.1 minus 554.49, which amounts to be 263.61 milligram per liter. I hope so you have understood to do the titration as well as to do the calculation. Temporary hardness is 263.61 ppm. Thank you, students.